Somebody had commented on my video a couple days ago and they was like, I have to unsubscribe. I've been here for a while, but I'm so sick of you saying y'all. You all. Okay, what is up, you all? There's a situation that was brought up by a subscriber of mine, and I just did not know this situation even existed until they had brought it up to me, and I decided to do my due diligence and look it up and check it out. And what I discovered, well, not really what I discovered, but y'all know what I'm trying to get at. It was crazy, okay? It was crazy. Y'all, I truly believe that Eugenia Cooney's mom might get prison time after she passes, and this is why. Now, there is a story circulating the internet right now, and it's true. Alright, the mother has been arrested, so it's not like this is like speculation or anything. But the mother has been arrested for her daughter's emaciated state, and the daughter ends up unfortunately passing away from having a disorder, and the mother did get charged with that. Granted, Eugenia Cooney is a full-blown adult, and this little girl was only 14 years old, but we have seen this digital footprint of Eugenia Cooney on the internet for over a decade now, okay? She's been online for how long? Like 2014-ish, 2015? And that was just YouTube, okay? She started doing YouNow back in 2011. So she has a digital footprint, and she's always been very frail, and at this time, she was, of course, a minor. Myself and a lot of you guys have always questioned the mother's involvement. We've always questioned the role that she plays in Eugenia's disorder, and we've always questioned the father, the brother, the whole home aspect of everything. So I want to get into this article. I want to go over the video with y'all. I want to read the article, and then I want us to sit here and discuss in the comment section if we think this is a potential possibility that could happen to Deb. I'm not gonna lie, I have refrained from talking about Eugenia Cooney on this channel for a while. I mean, I still make content about her, but I haven't uploaded as frequently as I used to, and it's mostly because she's getting kind of uncomfortable to cover at this point, okay? It's just getting worse and worse, and the visuals are just, it's not that great. So I don't want to get demonetized by putting her on my channel specifically. That's just why I haven't really been covering her that much. But I'm deciding to get back to my roots and go back to a quick video with y'all today, doing some speculation. So let's dive back into those roots.
Darling roots, princess. Roots. All the kids scream roots. 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 Booyaka. Roots. Gorgeous.
Just before we continue, I want to give a content warning because this is very sensitive. It's not for everybody. So if y'all are like not up to watch what we're going to be watching today, and I already described at the beginning what it's going to be pretty intense. So if y'all are just not up for it, click away and find a different video that fits your mental health for the day. And with that being said, if you do agree to continue moving forward with this video, then you do kind of acknowledge the fact that I already gave that content warning disclaimer. Let's dive into it. So recently, y'all, this did happen in 2024. It was at the beginning of January, and a mother was actually arrested and charged when her daughter unfortunately passed away due to being extremely emaciated. Her bond was set at $250,000, and it is cash only. She doesn't have a good chance of getting out, and a lot of people, myself included, are debating, does she even deserve to get out? I feel like as a parent, you have a responsibility to your child. It can be a 10-year-old, a 2-year-old, or a 30-year-old, such as Eugenia. You have a responsibility to your child to keep them sane, to keep them happy, and to just do everything that you can to make sure that they live a happy and prosperous life. And as a parent, I don't care if my child ages up tomorrow and suddenly becomes 40 years old. I will still give a damn, and I will still do everything in my power to make sure that he is happy and healthy and just on the right track. So I don't understand how parents out there can just have a child and then not give a damn about their happiness or their health. It just really drives me crazy. But we're going to be reading this article, and if I mispronounce some of the words, bear with me. Just correct me in the comment section down below, and I'll do better moving forward to pronounce it. But with that being said, let's dive into this article. Now, it says here in the article begins by saying, oh, y'all, this was April, not January. I do apologize. But the article states, Boone County mother charged in 14-year-old daughter's after emaciated body found. Now, it says here a mother in Boone County, and this is in West Virginia, has been charged with child neglect causing after her daughter was found emaciated to a skeletal state Wednesday morning, according to the Boone County Sheriff's Office. Julie Ann Stone Miller, 49, of Morrisvale, was arrested and booked into the Southwestern Regional Jail Wednesday night, according to Boone County Sheriff Chad Barker. According to a criminal complaint filed in Boone County Magistrate Court, deputies responded to a call in the 400 block of Cameo Road in Morrisville. Deputies said when they arrived at the home, the girl, identified by her initials as KM, was on the bathroom floor and on a foam pad. KM's body was emaciated to a skeletal state, Chief Deputy Mark Abbott wrote in the court document. Abbott said the girl's grandmother was interviewed as a part of the investigation. The grandmother told the deputies that the girl had not attended school since late 2019 or early 2020 and had only been outside of the house probably 2 times in the last 2 to 4 years. The complaint also noted that she had a disorder for several years and her appearance was shocking with an obvious emaciated and skeletal state. The child's grandmother also told deputies that KM had not been able to function on her own for 4 to 5 days due to her physical state and had not been eating for months, according to the complaint. It's also alleged that her health had been deteriorating for months, even years. With the overwhelmingly visible conditions of KM's body and the clear and distinct physical problems, Miller failed to obtain any medical treatment for KM for at least the last 4 years, Abbott wrote. It is believed this neglect caused the of KM, a 14-year-old child. Abbott told Eyewitness News that additional arrests in the case are possible as the investigation continues. The teen's body was sent to the medical examiner's office for an autopsy that was to be conducted on Thursday. Magistrate Neil Burnside set Miller's bond at $250,000 cash only. Now, we have talked about a little bit CPS and APS, which for those of you who don't live in America and are unfamiliar with that terminology, it is for Child Protective Services and Adult Protective Services. I feel like there are faults on both ends of the system, and whether you're an adult or a child, I feel like if you are incapable of taking care of yourself and your family has not stepped in to help seek proper treatment for you, there needs to be a separate facility who can kind of determine whether you need that help or not and do 5150s on people, such as what had actually happened to Eugenia Cooney at some given point in time. If y'all remember, Jacqueline Glenn ended up calling in the PET team, which is the psychological evaluation team, and they determined that Eugenia Cooney wasn't fit or properly in her right mind space to make medical decisions or any type of decisions for herself, and they did issue a 5150 with her, and she was sent to a pretty much a psych hold, and she was held in a facility for, I think it was 72 hours? I can't really remember. Now, the conversation I want to have with this today and this topic is Eugenia was a child once under Deb's care, and she's an adult now under Deb's care, but she was a child once. And every time I bring up that situation of Deb being responsible for her, people are like, well, she's a full-blown adult. Sure, I get that argument, but keep in mind that she was also a child living under Deb's roof, going through the same damn issue that was never solved. And when Eugenia, as an adult, went through that 5150 where the psychological evaluation team was like, yeah, you are not fit to make your own decisions, so we're going to step in and do this for you because clearly your parents aren't. She was pissed, but she did get through that little bits of recovery. She took a break from the internet for about 6 months, and she came back, and she did look better than she did prior to stepping away from the internet, and everybody was like, oh, wow, she's actually looking healthy. Flash forward some time, and now she is in worse condition than ever before. And this is beating that cosplay that she did where everybody on the internet initially freaked out and was like, okay, she's getting really bad. There needs to be something that happens, whether it's her being 5150'd, her taking a break from the internet, or her being deplatformed. Something needs to happen so she can get better for herself. But as we stated, her condition did continue to rapidly decline, and now we're left with the condition she is in today. She is having coughing fits, she is twitching, her eyes are droopy, you can see every bone in this woman's body, and still nobody is stepping in to help her. Y'all know too, I think his name is James Heavey, he is the old police chief who did the whole video with Eugenia Cooney, was like, yeah, she's very healthy, we're very well aware of her, we watch her live streams, she eats chicken sandwiches, she takes very good care of herself. Every time somebody calls the police department, they're like, hey, we're really worried about this woman, she lives in your area, you're the police chief for the area she lives in, what's gonna get done, what's gonna happen? And they're like, well, we're not concerned, because she's perfectly fine, she's healthy, she takes care of herself, and everybody's like, okay, that's bullshit. Are you getting paid off to say this? But of course, they're never gonna admit if they were paid off to say a certain thing, or maybe potentially the police chiefs are waiting until something does happen drastically with Eugenia, such as her passing away, before they actually take action. Maybe there is some form of NDA or something that was signed legally to where they can't really talk about the situation until something does happen with Eugenia. Maybe they have a plan that they're ready to take action on, but something drastic such as her passing has to happen before they can actually investigate and charge Deb and the father. I don't know. That is all speculation. But I feel like this article here, with what happened very unfortunately to that 14-year-old woman who, not even a woman, 14-year-old girl, she was a child who could have had a huge, healthy, and longevity life in front of her that was cut short due to her mother's faults and negligence of not taking care of her health or even trying to get her a doctor appointment, y'all. And that, unfortunately, is so similar to Eugenia Cooney's situation. She has not seen a doctor in I don't know how long, and it even came out in that documentary, not documentary, but in the video Jacqueline Glenn did in regards to the Shane Dawson documentary, where she said, yeah, my doctor said I'm fine, and da-da-da, and Jacqueline was like, she said she hasn't seen a doctor in like 5 years. And that documentary came out a few years ago, I think it was 2020, and it had been 5 years at that point, so it's probably been a decade since she has seen a doctor. Again, this is speculation, but keep in mind that even though she is an adult, she lived with Deb as a child when this all started, and everybody was concerned for her, even back on You Now, when she did admit to being 84 pounds. Again, allegedly, she had a fan comment and was like, hey, I'm about 84, 86 pounds, and Eugenia was like, oh, cool, same. I don't know, y'all. I just want to know y'all's thoughts and opinions about this. Do you think something's gonna actually happen and Deb's gonna be charged when something does unfortunately happen to Eugenia, because it's at this point inevitable? I'm hoping that with that case of what happened to that little girl, hopefully they truly step up and with not just child protective services but adult protective services as well for people such as Eugenia and that child who lived with a parent and was neglected medically for any kind of treatment or resolution for their health condition. You know, I think it's a very slippery slope. Bear with me. I think it's a slippery slope as an adult when you can make your own decisions for them to say, hey, if you want to be skinny, but she is beyond the point of just being skinny. She is in the point of, again, speculation, organ failure. And I feel like if you are doing that to yourself, there should be something that happens, someone who steps in and they're like, okay, you want to be thin, that's fine, but you're not going to be shutting down your liver simply because you're starving yourself. And just going back to what I said at the beginning, could Deb possibly be charged when Eugenia does pass for basically keeping her and allowing her to be emaciated and rapidly decline health-wise for as long as she has? Because everybody says Eugenia is an adult, yes, but again, she was a child living with Deb when this all started, and she never got proper help for it. I don't know, y'all. I want to keep this video kind of short because it is all speculation. I don't want to drive you guys crazy, and I do love speculating, so I could sit here for an hour and talk about this. Also, my phone storage is crapping out on me, so I'm going to have to factory reset my phone and until I can actually go back to making long-form content. But I just wanted to get this out there because I really wanted to know y'all's thoughts and opinions about it. I personally feel like there is a good potential possibility, again, that Deb could actually be charged when something does happen to Eugenia, because digital footprint, this has been going on for years. There is so much sketchy video footage that is out there of Eugenia and her mom interacting. There's Deb getting the under the skirt shots, and it's kind of like she did this to Eugenia on purpose to push her to a certain demographic so that they can reap in the money. And again, I said that's weird because they come from a wealthy place. They don't really need that cash, but I don't know. It just gives me she's out her daughter, you know? I don't know. Like I said, this is all speculation. I'm just really curious to know your thoughts and opinions about what we just discussed in the comment section down below. So jump down there, chit chat away. I can't wait to read them, and I can't wait to respond. And due to the subject matter, oh my goodness. It's that time of the video where I'm tongue-tied, I'm twisted. I just want to stop recording this so I can play ESO because I have been no-lifing that game for the past 2 to 3 days. Again, I'm very curious to know your thoughts and opinions about what we just discussed in today's video in the comment section down below. I am literally I'm excited to read it because I feel like something could potentially happen. And hopefully with what happened in this very unfortunate situation, better laws are put in place for individuals who truly need that extra help who aren't getting it. And And just due to the subject matter of today's video, I truthfully don't think it's going to be monetized. So yes, yay, that's so fun for me. But if you want to support me as a creator, feel free to become a member of this channel. I do post content early for you guys who are channel members, even though I don't think channel members really see the content that I post, because I will try to make it to where the video will be available to members only on this channel before it's public for everybody, and I'll get 0 views on it. And I'm like, y'all are paying for a membership so y'all can watch content early, so please take advantage of that. But not a lot of people are, so just like a quick heads up for everybody who already are channel members, take advantage of that perk by watching content early. But if you don't want to support me and become a channel member, just feel free to go check out any of my other content. It is totally free to watch for you. I get paid for watch time, so just go check out anything you want to check out on my channel. I've also been branching out to a bunch of different content creators and topics, and I've been enjoying it, but my views have not been enjoying it. But I have been having a ball nonetheless. So y'all feel free to go check out any of my other content, support me as a creator however you feel free to. And with that being said, I will catch y'all in the next damn video. Alright, bye.